Hello again, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Claudia. How are you? Carol, Raquel, Maria Clara, Regina. I hope you are still fine. Everything is good. Okay, Claudia, are you all right?
Right. Yes, I'm all right. Thank you for asking.
Good, good. All right. So we can go ahead and start our class because I'm already a pumpkin. I don't want to be a sleeping pumpkin, okay? Anyway, okay, one more here. Let me see if for the first time in history, I am right. I think we stopped somewhere around here yesterday. Is that okay or no?
We stop in the difference between 2 and 4.
Oh, we have seen all the rules here, everything, yes?
Yes.
Or we just talked about?
No, we just talked about.
Did we talk about all the?
No.
We didn't see all the rules. Yes.
No. Yes.
But if there is any problem, I can go back. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I think we
Yeah,
stopped
I
doing
think, yes, because I told you the class was about to finish, and I said, tomorrow we'll be talking about these, and then you said, yes, and then you said,
Yeah.
and the difference between 2 and 4, I said, yes, it's here. I mentioned, but I
don't
think.
talk about the rules.
Yes. No. Yes, we don't start.
Yeah, this is important because here we have the exceptions, understand? Some special cases. Claudia, can you read this rule number 1 for us, please?
Okay. Preposition generally, but not always, goes before its noun or pronoun. One of the eternal myths of English grammar is that you may not end a sentence with a preposition. But look at the first example that follows. No one should feel compelled to say or even write. That is something with which I cannot agree. Remember not to use a preposition if you can already understand the meaning of the sentence without it.
Okay, I'd like to talk about this. The best possible way to say something is like this. Oh, I'm sorry, but that is something with which I cannot agree. This would be the best possible English way of saying it. Maybe at Cultura Inglesa, that's how they would probably say it. Okay, Erica?
Yes.
Yes. As I said, this is the best possible way. But most of the people, they don't like using this. They will probably say, well, that's something I cannot agree with. Okay? And as it says here, using a preposition at the end of a sentence sometimes is not possible, but many times it is perfectly okay. Okay? Now, see, it's correct. Where did you get these? It's okay. But where did you get these at? Is it necessary to use at there? No. The other sentence, the previous sentence, was fine without the preposition. That's what I'm trying to say. If you can understand the sentence, you don't need the preposition at the end. Okay? Like, how many of you can I, Erica, that's for you, rely on or depend on? In this case, it's mandatory because both verbs, rely on or depend on, are always together, and so you need it, okay? But it would be kind of stupid to say, for example, where did she go to? When I say go, it's kind of explicit, even though it's implicit, that we always go to, understand? So it's not necessary at all to use a preposition here. Where did he go to? Okay? So
Oh,
that's the
teacher.
idea. Yes, Carol.
But it's not wrong using the end of the sentence. It's normal you use before the noun and pronoun, but sometimes it's okay using the end of the sentence.
Yes. Where is she from? Where is she from? What were you talking about? You see, there are many questions. And what I was trying to say is that the best possible way would be about what were you talking? But nobody talks like this. What were you talking about? Who were you talking to? I was talking to my friend. A woman, I guess. Of course not. A guy. Okay? This is a typical phrase from a jealous wife. Okay?
Yes.
I called you 5 times. You didn't reply. I was talking to a friend. A woman. Of course not. Okay? Understand this? So, Carol, it's perfectly okay to use a preposition when it's needed. When you can only understand the sentence with the preposition. If it's not necessary, don't use it. Okay? That was the case of at, that was the case of to. I could understand the sentence. Like, wow, teacher, where did you get this phone? It's metallic blue. Wow, it's cool. I don't need to say, where did you get this phone at? That is perfectly okay. Okay?
Okay.
What's another problem? The preposition like. People confuse the preposition like with the verb to like. Okay? And you cannot confuse that. Like as a preposition means similar to or in similarly to. And it should be followed by an object of the preposition, like something, not by a subject and a verb. Okay? So avoid like when a verb is involved. If you have a verb after it, don't use like. You can have the examples here. I'm going to read this one off. You look like here is not a verb, it's a preposition. You look like your mother. That's perfect. The idea is you look similar to your mother. Mother is the object of the preposition like. So you look like your mother. Do you look like your mother or your father, Claudia?
I look my mother. I look like my mother.
And you, Carol?
Look like my father.
And you, Raquel?
I look like my mother.
Okay. Erica?
I look like my father.
Okay. Isa, how about you?
I look like my mother.
Ooh, okay. And you, Regina?
I look like both.
Both? You are a mix of both. It's possible. I look like the milkman, okay? I don't know why. Every time I saw the milkman, I thought, I look like this guy. So I don't understand. I'm still trying to understand that, okay? Maybe one day my father forgot to pay him. I don't know. Or that. Just a joke. I asked my dad to apologize. I apologized already, okay? I told him, sorry, it's only a joke, okay? We used to do this when I was younger. We used to do this, okay? Even my father would say, you look like the milkman, okay? That's what I said. Maria Clara, how about you? Who do you look like? I've never seen your young face, so I don't know.
I look like my mother. Everyone says.
Everyone says that? Yes? Okay,
yes,
so.
it's really boring, but anyway.
Oh, okay, so it must be true. Okay. Did I forget to ask anyone here? Oh, no. No. Did I forget to ask anyone? Isa, no. Claudia, yes. No. Only Mario that doesn't talk to me. Okay. So, pay attention what happens when I have a verb. Oh, You look like your mother does. No, that's not possible. I cannot use a verb after like. Okay? Oh, teacher, but I want to say something like this. Don't use like then. It's not possible. How can I say it? I will try to go back there because I think I pressed the wrong button. I said I was used to working online, but sometimes I think I'm not used to working online yet, okay? I always have a bad finger here. Oh, instead of like, use as. Remember the pronunciation, as, not as.
As.
Or as if, or as though, or the way. When you have a subject and a verb, not like. For example, you look the way your mother does. The idea is the same. Do like I ask. Do like I ask. You see, like here as a preposition. It's not possible because I have a verb. I ask. I could say, just do it like me. That's okay. But do like I? No. Then I have to say, just do it as I ask. Okay? Understand?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No one would say, do similarly to I ask. That's why it's not possible. You look like you are angry. You see? It's not possible again because I have a subject and a verb. So how can I say this? Well, you look as if or as though. Or I just say you look angry. No, I'm not angry. Yeah, but you look. You see how some speakers and writers, to avoid embarrassment, they use as when they mean like. So they are always correct, understand? Not to confuse. The following incorrect sentence came from a grammar book. Observe how interesting. People started using only as to avoid confusions. And then I found this in a book. They are considered as any other English words. It's not possible to use as here. Why? Because I don't have no verb here. Understand? Understand what I'm trying to say? So this sentence is incorrect. Here, it should be what?
Like.
Like.
They are considered like any other English words. I don't have a verb, so I use like. But as I said, many writers, native speakers, many times they prefer to use as, and then they end up making a mistake like this. Now, to make this sentence correct, it would be necessary to do like this. They are considered as any other English words are or would be. Understand? Or they are considered to be like any other English word. Remember, like means similar to or similarly to. And as means in the same manner that. Okay? And also, remember to not use as unless there is a verb. I, as most people, wrong. There is no verb, so it's wrong. You see, sometimes you tell me, teacher, I had to do a test. There were some grammar questions. It was so difficult. It took me a long time because basically you don't know the rules. Like, I, as most people, comma, it's wrong. I already go to the next. This is not possible because I can only use as if I had a verb. Like the last one. I, as most people do, comma, try to use good grammar. Or I, like most people, try to use good grammar. But I, as most people, not possible. Okay?
Okay.
The rule distinguishing like and as as if or as though, and the way. Let me put this also in bold. As if is the same. As though is the same. And the way is increasingly ignored. That means many people make mistakes here, but English purists still insist on it. And remember, when you say like, I work, is it like a teacher or I work as a teacher?
Like a teacher, no? Like.
As.
No, because as we need a
Don't
verb
put your ass in the
after.
conversation, okay?
Yes, I'm trying to say correctly.
Yes, yes, I
As.
just got your ass coming out into my face here, okay?
As.
Thank you.
Because you have a verb.
Where
But
is the
not
verb?
the work, but the work is before the as.
The verb has to be after.
Yeah.
You see, both sentences are incorrect.
Ah.
Very good, then, teacher.
Yeah. I'm just trying to check why the first one is incorrect. Because I studied engineering, but I don't work as an engineer does. I work as a teacher does. I teach. So if I say I work like a teacher, grammatically would be perfect. But it's not correct in my case.
Because you are a teacher. Right?
Exactly, exactly. That's the point. I am a teacher. I sometimes, it's very funny. One day there was an article in a newspaper, okay, in Brazil, of course. And I was with two friends, and they took a photograph of the three of us in a party. And then I don't know, the social journalist, whatever you call it, the person who writes the social column of a newspaper, for me is a big mouth. Yeah, a big mouth. Yeah, a big mouth of the newspaper. She wrote there, wow, attending the reception were the three engineers, Roberto, Tarcísio, and Claudio. And I looked at that for a long time and I thought, the three engineers. And then I thought, oh yeah, I am an engineer, but I don't feel like an engineer. Understand?
Yeah.
All right, but the journalist or the columnist, she wrote engineers because she knew I had studied engineering, but I never worked as an engineer does. So that's why this first one is wrong. I would need to say, like, I work as a teacher does. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, then it would be perfect, okay? There is a classical song from, maybe you girls don't even know, like from Madonna. She's a kind of oldie, okay? And she used to sing like a virgin. Remember the song?
No, but I have a Brazilian one.
Touch it for the very first time, like a virgin.
It's from Madonna?
Yes.
Yes.
The original song, yes. I bought the CD at Best Buy in the United States.
I just know the Brazilian version.
In Portuguese or in English?
In Portuguese.
You're kidding me.
know
They
the
have made a version of it?
I only know this version.
Oh my gosh.
What is
In
the
Yeah.
Portuguese, I never heard this.
thing?
Yes,
Just
me
a
too.
minute.
It's
But
only
who
Carol.
sing that?
Maybe
I
it's
never knew it.
somebody from
It's-
Recife.
It's from, no. I guess it's from Calypso.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh!
gosh! I don't believe this.
I'm serious.
I destroyed the song.
I understood the verse in Portuguese. And I know this song, but it's not
Yeah.
from Madonna.
The original song is from Madonna. It came out in the CD called the Immaculate Collection. Okay. I remember it was a very good CD. I played so many times that I almost destroyed, burned it, the CD. My kids also loved that, okay? But she used to say, oh, like a virgin. Touch it for the very first time, like a virgin. What's the idea? I always tell my students, oh, there, oh my gosh, there it comes. The Gloria of the classroom. The Gloria of the advanced class. What is it, Gloria?
I need to play?
Yes.
I think you have already found it. Now everybody's waiting.
I'm so curious.
Oh, wait. Just listen to.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
don't believe
afraid,
I'm
but it's
doing
okay.
this. Yes. And she even knows how to sing, you know? And dance.
Oh,
Where is the song?
Não tem ninguém com você.
You see, I told you she would know.
Vai pro refrão, vai pro refrão.
Não liguei pra te dizer.
Oh my gosh. The worst that you know the song.
And she knows, she knows the steps. She knows how to dance it.
Where is the refrão?
Vai pro refrão, Isa.
The chorus.
The chorus.
Apaixonada, vem me ver. Você fez amor como ninguém fez comigo.
Não, essa música não.
Where is like a virgin?
It's different.
Assim.
Você me deixou.
Look the face of the teacher.
I can't believe I'm listening to that, okay? I think there is no word like a virgin in this song because coming from that woman from California, that's impossible. But anyway, I always tell my students to think of Madonna things like a virgin. Because
she is not a virgin.
That's it. You got the idea. Understand? It's different. Madonna could say, well, I just sing like a virgin. Okay? But she's not a virgin anymore. That's the point. And I could not say I work like a teacher because I am really a teacher.
You are a teacher.
Exactly. Understand? So, like, for example, there are many expressions in English like, oh my gosh, she drinks like a skunk. When a person drinks a lot, they say, bebe que nem gambá. Okay? That's the expression in English. I don't know why, don't ask me. Or it sleeps like a log when a person sleeps a lot. Okay?
works like a dog as well.
Works like a dog, exactly. Understand?
There is a Beatles song.
Yeah, and that's why you say your dog tired. Okay? Yeah.
Alex can make that song, that version.
Yeah. Oh, please, please. I would like everyone not to talk about songs anymore. I'm going to because I'm sure Isa is going to find a version from Calypso. So please, let's rule number 3. Forget about that. Raquel, can you read this for me? And I will tell you what is the problem here. You are not going to believe it.
The preposition of should never be used in place of the helping verb have. Correct. I should have done it. Incorrect. I should have done it. The problem is,
yes.
Okay. The problem here is the native speakers usually contract should plus have, should, and many people believe they are saying should of.
Yes.
See also cope of,
No,
out of,
just,
outside
yeah,
of.
Let's stop here. Let me talk about this. I've heard so many Brazilians saying, I should have done that. I should have seen that. And I thought, where did they get that from? Understand? That's not possible. But the thing is, a native speaker will never say like, I should have. No. They will use the contraction. Should have. Or should have. And then you use another verb here in the past participle. Should have done that before. Can you believe that what happens here is not, because I'm sure no one has ever seen this written, like I should have done. People only heard, I should have done that. Oh, I should have done that. And I don't know why they understand I should have done that. Because the VE and of, we also pronounce of, should have done that, okay? And people start writing, I should have done it. This doesn't exist, okay? And then we also have other expressions with of, like couple of, okay? These are of, off of, she got off of the bus and left, out of, okay? Outside of, here you have of, but not the other one.
Of, like OV?
Off of.
The sound?
Off, yeah. The OF you pronounce
V.
of. You son of a gun, okay?
Okay.
And OFS, OFF, we pronounce off. Like turn on, turn off, okay? And OF, we say of. And that's funny because I've heard many people from the northeastern part of Brazil saying, of course, of course, of course. But the of was perfect. Of course, okay?
Of course.
But of course not, okay?
Of course.
Carol, can you read number 4 for me, please?
Yes, it is a good practice to follow different with the preposition from. Most traditionalists avoid different than, although it is an overstatement overstatement to call different than incorrect. It remains polarizing. A is different than B, comes across as a easy way.
Lazy way.
I'm sorry.
Yes. No. It's perfectly okay because the capital I and the small L are the same.
Yes, okay. Thanks for your help, teacher.
No, it's okay. Yes. If you are not familiar with the word, you would think it's that Chinese dog. I don't know. There is a Chinese dog with a funny name like this.
A is different than B, comes across as a lazy way of saying to a lot of literate readers. If you can replace different than with different from without, have to rewrite the rest of the sentence. Why not do so?
Why not do so?
What not do so?
Yes. why don't you do it? Why not do it so, like this? What is the idea here? Many well-educated people, like if you ever go to Harvard, if you go to Yale, if you go to Oxford University in England or Cambridge University here, and if you say, wow, you're different than your mother, they are going to correct you. They're going to say, you're different from. This, as I wrote here, is unchallengeable. Nobody will ever say you're wrong. But it's perfectly acceptable to say different than. You're different than I am, or different than me. Okay? Or you're different from me. This is the best possible way, but the other one is when I say polarizing means grammatically acceptable by most people, not, let's say, high, well-educated people. Okay? Highly well-educated people. Now, number 5 is a common sense. I already explained it enough, but I needed to include here. So, okay. Isa, can you read number 5 for us, please? Without singing, just read it, okay?
Okay. Use into
Rather, into rather than.
Yes. Use into rather than in to express motion towards something. Use in to tell the location.
Okay. Oh,
Examples 2.
yes, please.
I swam in the pool. I walked into the house. I looked into the matter. Incorrect. I dived in the water. Correct. I dived into the water. Incorrect. Throw it in the trash. Correct. Throw it into the trash.
You see, you cannot confuse. In gives the location of something. Like, there is a strange thing in the trash. That's okay. But if I want to say, what should I do with this? Just throw it into the trash because you have the movement. Okay? Like when you dive, you cannot dive in the water because dive means you go under the water. So I dive into the water, not in the water. But I swam in the pool, I swam in the lake, I swam in the river, in the ocean. Those are fine because that's the place where you went swimming. But I jumped into the pool, I jumped into the river, okay? Every time you have movement, you have to use into, right? That's it.
Throw it away. It's correct.
Yes, yes, yes. When I say throw it away, you throw it on the ground. Okay? A typical Brazilian, like, what is that? Nothing, it's just an used mask. Throw it away. Boom, on the ground. That's not very nice. So I would say, throw it into the trash, please. This is dirty. Okay, throw it away, but into the trash. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
Carol, I'll give you the pleasure of reading the next part.
Okay.
I'll give you an entire part with 2. Come on.
Okay. The difference between 2 and 4. Don't say, I am having online English class every day for improve my English. Say, I am having online English classes every day to improve my English.
You
The
see,
preposition,
yes, go ahead.
sorry. The preposition to and for can be very easily confused. Here are some rules.
Oh,
Continue.
the example, yes, the example that I gave is very good. Many people would confuse. Well, why are you having class online? For improve. I never say for improve. That doesn't exist, but people, as I told you, it's the same old problem. You think in Portuguese, then you for improve my English. No, I'm having online classes to improve my English. So We use to in these cases. Carol, now you can read. Destination.
Okay. Destination. We are going to New York. What time is it is? Sorry, teacher, you can comment.
Yes, I have a comment. It doesn't matter where you're going. If you are aiming a certain place, it's always to, because that is your target place. That is your destination. So it can be to school, to prison, to the hospital, okay? To a motel, to a hotel, to a hostel. I don't care. You always go to, because it's not possible to say for in this case. That's your destination. That's where you're moving, okay? Also, as Carol said, in relation to time, okay? Carol?
Oi, sorry.
Number 2.
What time it is? It is 10 to 3.
Yes. You see, nowadays, people, I think they don't know how to tell the time. And this, I'm telling you because I have 2 sons, and they are both engineers. But if you give them a classical watch like the one I have, see,
Yes.
they don't know how to tell the time.
No,
Can you believe? Yes.
No, teacher.
I'm serious. Yes. You give them this watch, and they are going, I'm trying to show it, but
We can see.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can see
Don't
it.
worry.
All right. They're going to say, it is, why? Because they always press a button, it shows there, 10 to 3, like 2:40. Sometimes they say 2:42, 2:41, because they're not telling the time, they're reading the time. So when we have a watch like this, as old as your teacher, we tell the time like it's 22, 1 o'clock. Yes, I said I was already a big pumpkin. It's 22:1, okay? Because 20 minutes to 1, all right? So I say 5 past, 10 past, quarter past, 20 past, 25 past, half past. After that starts 25 to, 22, quarter to, 10 to, 5 to, 1 o'clock. Okay? Carol, distance.
Distance. It is about a mile from the cafeteria to the university.
Okay, we say usually cafeteria.
Cafeteria. Okay.
Yes, okay. It's always like this, like distance and also time. Like we have classes from 6 to 7, from 7 to 8, all right? It's a starting period or place and the destination. The idea is always the same, but I just separated so you can have a better understanding. It's about a mile. From where? From the cafeteria to where? To the university. Okay? Comparing, Carol.
Comparing, I prefer going out to stay at home.
Okay. And you can say, why is it I prefer going? Because prefer asks for that. If you say, I prefer to go out, it's okay. But then if you're going to make a comparison, you have to say, I prefer to go out rather than to stay home, which is more complicated. That's why people prefer say, I prefer going out to staying home. I prefer eating at home to eating out, okay? Given, Carol.
Given, I gave a nice gift to my brother.
That's it. You don't give something for someone. You give something to someone. And the motive or reason with a verb, Carol.
I went there to visit her. Her.
Yes, many times when I ask you a question with why, okay, like, why did you do that? You don't have to say because, blah, 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 blah. No, you can just say, well, to learn some English, to improve my English. to get a better job. Understand? All right, I can start with to plus the verb in the base form to give the reason. I don't need the because, okay? Now, Maria Clara, Regina, okay. What about for? Can you read? Oops, oh, I'm sorry. My mouse is very sensitive.
No worries.
Regina, use for in these cases.
Teacher, I would read.
Yes. Somebody's going to ask me a question, I think, Regina.
No, teacher, it's Maria Clara.
Okay.
Uh,
You want to
asking
read
me
or
to
you want to ask me?
You asking, no?
Okay. You can read.
No.
Yes, I didn't see. Yes, it's okay. Then Regina reads the next part. No problem. Oh, computer,
Okay.
come on. This mouse is hypersensitive. Okay, that's it, Maria Clara. Use for in this case.
Use for in these cases. Benefits. Fibers are good for your digestion. Digestion. Period of time. We've lived in Italy for 2 years. Schedule.
Schedule.
I made an appointment with my dentist for October 2.
Second.
Agree with. Are you for or against the civil rights bill? Doing something to help someone. Could you carry these bags for me? Motive, reason, with a noun. Let's go out for a pizza. Function, with a verb ing form. Lado, is this?
Yes, lado is a big spoon.
Is a big spoon used for serving soup.
Okay. I would like you to observe the number 6 in the 2, number 6 in the 4. Both of them are for a motive, a reason. But when I use to, I always use a verb. If I use for, I cannot use a verb. We say, for example, let's go out for a pizza. Let's go out for a beer. Let's go out for a drink. Let's go out for an aperitivo. Okay? Have you guys ever heard about the Italian aperitivo? Or no?
No.
It's the same of our happy hour.
Happy hour.
But there is a difference, okay? And the price is not 50% off. But you only buy the drink. You don't have to pay for the food. That's why they call it aperitivo. Understand? They always bring a lot of finger food included with the drink. Okay? Like the Spanish tapas. Okay? You get tapas are like a lot of finger food served in Spain when you order a drink. In Italy, they call it aperitivos, okay? So you ask for a drink, you get the food. Sometimes it's a good deal, okay? So I came to Europe to work. The working conditions are better than in Brazil, especially for a teacher, okay? Yes, they pay a lot more, I can tell you. I came to Europe for a new job. Understand? So usually when you say for, you have a noun. When you say to, you have a verb. Okay, Carol?
Yeah.
Was that a little clear?
Yes, a little.
Yes.
I need memorizing these rules.
Yes, but this is only a little help. It's not the entire help. Because actually, when a student asks me, teacher, I'm confused between 2 and 4. It's not really between 2 and 4. Because 2 and 4 is easy to understand. The problem is, teacher, I don't know if I use 2 or 4 after this verb. That is the problem.
Lá vem, né?
Yes.
A big list to memorize.
Is exactly the problem. Certain verbs require you to use to. On the other hand, other verbs require you to use for plus ing. So, yes, Carol, you were right. Zero.
Oh my God.
I'm not even going to start reading or talking. Just do your best, see what you can see.
Let it go.
And tomorrow we'll discuss this because the list is long. Okay? I hope to see you. I hope that I'll meet you. Both are possible. To plus a verb in base form or that and another sentence. She claimed to be. She claimed that she was. I managed to get. Okay? This is not possible. I managed that. Manage that is only if you understand what the guy is saying. Otherwise, it's not possible to have a similar sentence. I managed that I would get there. No. I managed to get to work in time. Would you care to have a drink? Okay. And then you have another list here
another
with the
list.
verbs. Yes.
Very good.
No, you see, that's
Amazing.
why.
It's honest. It's okay.
That's why I always say the problem is not really the preposition.
It's the verbs.
It's
Where
the
you
verb.
use.
Yes, it's the verb. If it's in us, for example, 2 weeks, teacher, is it two? No, 2 weeks sounds redundant. Two, no. And 3 weeks, should I use for 3 weeks or 2, 3 weeks? You see, that's not possible. It's always 4, of course. Okay? Because it's a duration of time. And 2 is a destination. This is the basic definition. But the problem is, teacher, after the verb to wish, is it a wish to, wish for?
Wish
It
for.
depends. It depends. You see,
Depends.
in this case, yes. In this case, it depends.
It's easy, Carol.
It's amazing.
Yeah. No. If I say, I wish to know, okay?
Okay.
I wish to know. It means I don't know. I don't know. And I would love that someone tells me something about it. So that's, for example, do you know what is Raimundo's telephone number? I wish to know. That means I would like to know. That's the case here. But when you wish, we say, don't wish for things you can never get. Okay? Why? Because you end up disappointed. All my wishes nowadays, after living 60 years, are kind of simple. I just wish. I just wish for small things like a gelato, a box of chocolate, a nice croissant, or a donut. Understand? That's easy to get. Okay. I never even think I wish for a Ferrari. That's not even in my dreams. Okay, not even in my dreams. I really, honestly speaking, I never wished for a car like that. Never. And there are people that are crazy about things that they will never possess. So that's a waste of time. Understand? Okay, so that's why it's possible to say I wish to something and I wish for a thing, not a verb. Okay? All right, that's more than enough for one single day. You do have a lot of things to think about, to sleep on, and tomorrow we'll continue. All right?
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Wonderful
Thank you,
evening.
teacher.
Yeah,
Thank
see you
you.
guys
You
tomorrow.
too.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.